Welcome to Delta Wave History, your sanctuary for functional, historical boredom. Our focus will remain on the historical, methodical, numerical, and the procedural. This allows your mind to unwind and drift into historical details. Please adjust your volume for a consistent, even tone. We aim for a predictable vocal rhythm, devoid of sudden shifts in pitch or intensity, designed to facilitate a state of tranquil observation and sleep, if you wish. Before the digital age, every word of recorded history rested on the fibers of humble plants. Tonight, we will journey back in time to explore the meticulous, almost hypnotic process of historical papermaking, transforming simple flax into a flawless sheet. Let your mind settle as we begin in the harvest fields, where the tall, slender stalks of the flax plant are gently pulled from the earth. The roots are left intact to preserve the length of the precious inner fibers. The stalks are gathered into bundles and left to dry in the mild late summer sun. There is no rush here. The wind softly rustles through the drying flax, beginning a process of transformation that requires endless patience. Next comes the retting process, where the bundles are submerged in slow-moving streams or large vats of water. Over several weeks, the natural bacteria break down the outer bark, leaving only the strong, pliable fibers behind. Once adequately retted, the stalks are removed from the water and dried once more in the open air. They are then gently beaten with a wooden mallet, creating a rhythmic thudding that separates the brittle woody core from the soft bast fiber. The freed flax fibers are now spun into coarse threads and woven into heavy linens, creating textiles that will serve a full lifetime of use. Only when these linens become worn, soft, and completely tattered do they begin their second life as paper. The rag collector gathers these old linens, bringing them to the rural paper mill where the sorting phase begins. In a quiet, dusty room, workers use sharp knives mounted on heavy wooden tables to cut the rags into small, uniform squares. Buttons, hooks, and heavy seams are meticulously removed and discarded into separate woven baskets. The small squares of linen are then washed in clear water to remove any remaining dirt or dust from their previous life. These damp rag squares are piled into large stone vats and left to ferment for weeks in the dark, cool atmosphere of the mill cellar. A gentle, slow decomposition softens the fibers further, making them perfectly receptive to the water. Now the softened rags are transferred to the stamping mill, powered by the slow, continuous turning of a massive wooden water wheel. Heavy wooden mallets rise and fall in a steady, monotonous rhythm, beating the rags in running water. Hour after hour, day after day, the mallets fall in a sequence of lifting, dropping, dropping. The water grows cloudy as the fabric breaks down, slowly turning into a smooth, watery suspension known as paper pulp. The refined pulp is transferred to the vat, a large wooden tub filled with warm, tepid water. The vatman takes his position, holding the mold, which is a rectangular wooden frame covered in a fine, parallel wire mesh. With practiced precision, he dips the mold into the cloudy water, tilting it just so to gather a perfect, even layer of pulp. He lifts it horizontally, giving the frame a subtle, rhythmic shake in both directions as the water drains away. This gentle shaking aligns the microscopic flax fibers, locking them together to form a strong, unified web. The excess water falls back into the vat with a soft, continuous splashing sound that echoes quietly through the mill. The vatman removes the wooden decal frame from the mold and passes the newly formed, incredibly fragile sheet to the coucher. The couche carefully turns the mold over, pressing the wet sheet smoothly onto a layer of damp woolen felt. A second felt is placed over the fresh sheet, and the entire process is repeated, building a tall, alternating stack of wet paper and heavy wool. This stack, known as a post, slowly grows as the hours tick quietly by. When the post is complete, it is pulled into a massive wooden screw press by a team of quiet workers. They turn the heavy wooden levers, squeezing the remaining water from the stack in a slow, steady, and immense compression. The water weeps from the edges of the felts, trickling down the stone floor in tiny, meandering streams. Under this immense pressure, the fibers bond closer together, transforming the fragile pulp into a cohesive, solid sheet of paper. The press is finally loosened, and the sheets, now strong enough to be handled, are carefully separated from the woolen felts. A worker carries them to the drying loft at the very top of the mill, where the air moves freely. The damp sheets are draped over ropes coated in beeswax, hanging row after row in the dim, airy space. The gentle breeze flowing through the wooden louvers slowly draws the last of the moisture from the paper over several days. Once completely dry, the paper is gathered and submerged into a vat of warm animal gelatin size, a step that makes the surface impermeable to ink. It is hung to dry one final time, ready to carry the weight of history, while you finally drift into a deep, untroubled rest. Discover more history by watching the next video. We're eager to share more with you. You can't go wrong. All our videos are deeply detailed, dull while fascinating, and distinctly sleep-inducing.